Hello everyone, welcome back once again. In this video, we will explore Xamarin.Android inside the Visual Studio 2022. We will look at how we can download and install all the necessary components to get us started. But obviously, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do, because I've got lots of videos coming up. Yeah? So, Xamarin.Android exposes the complete Android SDK for .NET developers. It enables you to build fully native Android applications using C# or F#. Enough of all of that, but as you can see on the screen, I've actually got a Visual Studio installer opened. Yeah, so to get us started, yeah, we're just gonna click on the modify. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, it's a Visual Studio 2022 community version, but the professional or the enterprise is fine. So click on the modify. Yeah, so here you can install the workloads necessary to get us started. Yeah, so what we do is we click on the mobile development with .NET. Yeah, so we click here. So this is actually what we get. So this is actually to build a cross-platform applications for iOS, Android, or Windows using Xamarin. Yeah, so this also workload also includes the .NET Framework 4.7.2 development tools, C#, VB, and development tools for .NET, MS Build, and whatnot. Yeah. So once you click on this bit, yeah, so you can also go ahead and install some individual components by clicking on the individual component. So you scroll down. So under the emulators here, so you could actually check on these two boxes to install Google Android emulator. This is the API level 25, and also install the Intel Hardware Accelerated Execution Manager as well. So there are also other stuff that you can add to your package, or you can add to your download, like under the games and graphics, you can also add the Android IDE support for Unreal Engine, and then under the SDK libraries and frameworks, you can add the Android setup, SDK setup there, the API level 25, the local install for mobile development with C++. Yeah. So if you're looking to build any C++ application for Android, then I guess you would need to check on this box to test it on the emulator, right? So once you've got all the necessary boxes checked, then you click on this part here. So you see it's close, but it will appear modify. So once you click on the modify, yeah, you get all the download and installation started and completed. So once you've got that bit completed, then we can go ahead and launch the Visual Studio, right? But I've already got it open here, so there's no need for that. So what I'm going to do is just going to go to the start window. Yeah, so here we can click on the create a new project, right? so as you can see here, I've actually selected a C#, and then on the all project type side, I've selected mobile project. So here the first bit is mobile app here. This is Xamarin Form. So this for, like I said earlier on, a multi template for building applications for iOS, Android with Xamarin and Xamarin Forms. Yeah, so the next bit is the Android app. Yeah, the project template for creating Android phone and tablet applications with Xamarin. Yeah, so that's the one that we're going to use for this video. So we click on this, yeah, then click on the next. So here you can configure your project details. You're not going to look too much into that, so I'm just going to click on the create. So here obviously you can select a template for your application. So here you can choose a single view application, navigation drawer, the tabbed application, and blank application. This is just to get you started. And here you can select your minimum Android version. So there are a couple of them that you can select. So we're just going to leave it at 5.0. Yeah. So once you're done with that bit, yeah, and then we're just gonna select the blank app, yeah. you click OK. Yeah, so this should take a few moments for the project to as you can see, it's already created. Yeah, so this is what you actually get. So we're just gonna get the emulator started. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, I've already got an emulator. So if you don't have the emulator downloaded and installed, yeah, this is what you can do. You come to the tools, yeah, Android, then first of all the SDK manager, Android SDK manager. So here, you're just gonna wait for, here you can install the necessary packages. Here, as you can see, I've installed the Android SDK platform tools and Android emulator. I've actually installed that, and as you can see, it's update available. Then you can come to the extras here, and as you can see, I've also installed an Intel x86 emulator accelerator. Yeah, then I've installed also the SDK patch applier v4. So this is not really important, as I'm going to make a separate video on this topic, so it's not really important. But once you've selected all the necessary stuff, then you click on the apply changes here, so all the changes will take effect. Yeah, so I'm just going to close this. So once you've got that part installed, then this is how you actually download the emulator. So here you come inside the Android and then the device manager. So here, as you can see, I've got I think a couple of emulators installed. Yeah, but obviously to do so, you can click on the new. So here you can create a new emulator. Yeah, so you can select all the properties and put the values and whatever values that you want to use for this emulator. You can also set the RAM from here, and obviously you can also select the base device that you want to use and the type of processor you want to use, whether you want to use the Play Store or not. You can select all of this here, and then once you download it, then you click on the create. So this will actually create a new emulator. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna cancel this here. So once you've got the downloaded installation of the emulator completed, then you can start the emulator by clicking on this start here. So in some few moments it will actually start loading up. Yeah, so as you can see here now, I've got the emulator started. So as you can see, it's also showing on the Visual Studio. It's a Pixel 2 Pi 9.0 emulator, something like that. Yeah, so let's look inside the folder. So if you've been developing Android application, then this is what you get. This is standard project, folders and whatnot to get. So inside the values here, we get this the color stuff, XML and whatnot. Yeah, then we get the layout. There's one layout, activity main.xml. So we click on it here. Yeah, so here you've got the visuals of your layout on the left, and then we've got the code here. So here you can also edit some basic details of your activity. So here, like the background, you can select whatever background you want to use. You can use the color picker to select whatever color that you want. As you can see, it's very simple. Then you can select your primary colors. You can use material palettes, or you can use your color picker, or you can inherit from whatever color style, whatever you've created. Yeah, so we're not going to look too much into this, as I've got a separate video for it. So I'm just going to leave this video here, so that on the next video we'll pick it from here. So once again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so, because I've got lots of videos coming up. And I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Peace.